status. I kind of was disoriented. I was really weak, and I started like limping through a town. Off in the distance, I see this silhouette of a figure, and I don't really see who it is, but I see like the internal like organs and the blood. I can see the blood pulsating through her body. So I figured that I was like about to pass out, die. I knew the game's vampires, so I knew I was starving for blood. So I ended up having to bite this person. After that, I got my senses back, and I was like realizing that the person that I bought bit was, I think, my sister or sister-in-law. Then I proceeded to have to duck and run from this motley crew of this mob. And I ended up here. I think I killed like 1 or 2 people on my way until I found out that you don't have to hurt anybody in this game. You can actually go through it, and as some of the tips tell you that you don't have to kill anybody, but the game will be harder. The more people you kill, the easier the game is. So I thought it'd be an interesting challenge. I'll see how I can maneuver through this game with the least amount of kills as possible. Hopefully, as a vampire, it should be a challenge. We'll see how it goes. So these villagers that I meet in here don't seem to mind me.
Sir. May I disturb you again?
Bar,
You're still ugly as sin.
people seem to, well, they want to kill me. They saw that, they saw that
I'll
killed
leave
somebody.
you to your bottle then.
So it seems like a little hollow ground, they say. Right now I'm being pretty stable. I think I got maybe some quests. I pick up clues. Tells me a little bit about some collectibles. Oh yeah, and so this, like, everybody I meet, I can kind of see their biological, like, their makeup from their blood and stuff like that. I don't know too much about it quite yet. I'm guessing that if I get, an ailment or something, certain blood, I don't know, blood quality can help heal me. I'm not sure how that works really. Yeah. So, there's a guy in here that upstairs that I talked to in my last play. He knew I was a vampire. And I come back down here, and here's I am. So he
Evening, sir.
Find out more.
Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
That's new.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea.
Yeah,
He's
Dr.
not the
Swansea.
man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one here. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
So it's gonna be fun to interrogate the locals.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
I wonder if the people outside still. Oh, the people that went after me, they saw me go after or to kill that lady. Or that was fear of dying. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrain right
There's
now.
gotta be something can be done to get out.
Are they stupid or something?
That's how work does it to you.
Been to
But
India.
anyway, let's enjoy the game for a little bit. I picked. I think we got a powers here. I ended up picking. Here they are. Drain your blood, heal yourself. Which should be interesting. Oh, and so I went. In the beginning, I had 3 different paths to go. I ended up going shadow because I think that'll be the most complementary to what the route I'm trying to go into the story. Crafting ingredients. On full screen. For some reason it gets real dark when I try to do full screen. I'm not too sure why. So, playing like this. The HDR does that sometimes. So, see how far I can get interrogating locals. They have a log here. I like games that have logs.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
I cannot enter.
So looking for Tom. It looks like. I think there was. Yeah. Control targets and then I can look at different targets. The controls are a little wonky.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away
Thanks,
from
but no
this place as I
thanks.
can.
Duty. Go see if this guy has anything else to say. Anything I might have forgot upstairs before I leave. I'm an
It's
explorer,
locked, all right.
so I really like to. I'll backtrack to a lot of things in the game. Oh, like that. Never know what you miss.
Would you be so kind as to leave the room?
So kind to kiss my ass. No way out. Thanks. Alright, let's see how I do. No kills. Can I do it? Releases markers. Oh. It doesn't.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Interrogate the vampire. I already talked to him, right?
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Only other.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Interesting.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Are they stupid or something?
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit, man. No. It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
District status stable. That's good to know. We won't be trying to get mobbed. Inspect the boats. Well,
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
any blood left?
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note.
Multiple deaths in the docks region. Believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast. Alright. I have to, give me 1 minute. I have to be right back, guys.
these men? They're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Nice. Let's search everything.
It's locked.
Of course it is.
Best stay back, sir. Are you deaf? Speak English, do ya?
Oh, wow.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
Oh, man. This is gonna be difficult.
Get them weapons ready! We found one! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Ah, see, that's what I get for trying. It's gonna be harder than it looks. Let's try this again. Oh, wait. I think I can. Alright. I think I'm able to do it. Knock him unconscious.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them!
Sorry.
There's one of them vermin!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust. I'll lead it through.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
This. We've done it before. No.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Alright, I can do this. Don't give in.
Are you deaf? Over there! There's one of them vermin! See them fancy clothes? This one's a top!
I'm going the wrong way. Controllers are so wonky. No! Motherfucker. Oh, yeah. One second, I'm just gonna see that.
I need a drink, I'm so thirsty. Has one...
I saw that blood again.
I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more.
Oh dear God, not again. William,
This
please.
creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Fucking shit. That's what I get. I need to just slow down and stop running into battle because my stamina is way too low. Thing about doing a no-kill run is I haven't got to practice yet for battle. Well, okay, I mean I've killed 2 people by accident. Of course I gotta get to the bosses.
I'll not betray your trust.
First, you see, I need a drink, I'm so
Pray
thirsty.
with me, William. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
No.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, the stamina sucks. This weapon. Oh. not meaning to do that double parry. Fuck, I'm not trying to do that twice. Jesus Christ, why was that so hard?
William, please, stop.
I have a feeling it's gonna
William was
get
an
pinned on
honourable
me.
man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
I wonder if they were friendly to me.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Before I do that, let me just inspect. Yeah.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Interesting.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
Privacy.
London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed.
Interesting.
Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again.
Really?
From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this
This is an
affliction.
interesting game.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan,
blame it
this
on
is one
all
for the
the,
book, and the beginning
around
of a
doing that. I'm so
beautiful
tired.
friendship.
What's at a hospital? Oh, that's something.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country. He'll
What?
be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent. And one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed,
This is
Doctor.
twisted as fuck.
Ah, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. I'm coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Into the Pembroke Hospital. Nice. This is so crazy. Quarantine. There it is. Oh, it's level blood. Level 3 power mesmerize level 1. Wait, didn't I get... Yeah, I used bludgeon. Before that I had 15 and 30, 65, 45. So... Do a little check, a little sweep.
It's locked, all right.
I'll be right back.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Rotten oppressive. Each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
I've a mind to let you bleed out. Good luck then, sir.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Get used to this, guys.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Wow, look at that quality blood. Yum.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Let's do a little sweep around here in my office. Yep, see. Gotta find those mats. Small bottle. Rest to evolve, really. Just time for the times.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Should I go check garden? Let's go to my office first. Maybe I'll save some second floor. I don't know why this scared the shit out of me. Oh man. Wow. Oh yeah. A difficulty. I did on like regular tough difficulty. First off, is it 10? Well, you gotta be kidding me. Wow, this game's hard. Alright, let me go find my office upstairs. I am like not where I'm supposed to be anyway. Or is that the way in? Yeah. Steal some medical supplies.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's tracked.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Alright, so no.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me, for I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Nice.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doc.
Who are you, really?
Is that not enough?
I'm
Mouse.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Oh, okay. Only track one at a time. Oh, wow. Look like a lovely, doctor bear. Doc. Need some
I wonder why the Goswicks came
sleep medicine.
Discussed on every street corner.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe this situation?
It's serious.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu...
I wish I could believe you.
You must...
Sorry.
How long?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning.
You're right.
Sorry.
How is the Pembrokes?
Well, not well. Milton...
Why is
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about...
Why does Milton...
I don't know.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
So I got a new hint about Milton. So how does that work on my screen? Oh, okay. Is this interesting?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as science.
We can at least agree on something, Doctor. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already...
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed.
And what exactly is that?
I served in the war, just like you.
Be careful what you insinuate, Doctor.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about...
Since you're...
Let's just say I'm tired of the
carelessness.
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experiment.
I don't intend to run any radical...
Modern medical methods were created through audacity.
If you have a problem with me, Doctor...
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hot...
I know we've never met before.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed.
You are going to change your tone with me, my dear colleague. And very quickly.
I don't think so.
If you have...
Doctors...
I know. You are...
I don't...
Thank you for your time.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
What can I do?
I guess I gotta say it, right?
What kind?
Well, you accepted the job.
It's right to assume...
You'll get to know him soon enough.
Apologies.
Dr. Swansea is a...
Right.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Finish that dialogue track.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son who needs...
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Beatrice Goswick.
What can you...
Not much to say.
May I ask if you...
I'm a teacher by profession.
Are you really that rich?
Yes, thanks to my husband.
What do you think of your reception here?
I have had the uttermost reservations about...
Is there something in particular that's...
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question,
I share your concern, Mrs.
I don't expect compensation, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Oh, nice. There's so many people I get to meet and interact with. It's gonna be something interesting.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No, I don't want to talk.
I suppose that this pain is...
Yes.
Could you at least...
Mortimer.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here?
My mother just wants the best for me.
Is your mother bothering you?
That's tempting, Doctor.
Pembroke Hospital may...
It's not me you have to convince.
How painful.
So painful, I'd rather...
I'm sure you realize a doctor and...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
How painful.
So painful,
I'll let you get...
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Tell me about you.
I don't want to...
I have to go now, sir.
Information to absorb.
But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
No, I should be able to. I know I got.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Might have a mystery. Just trying to find my office. Find your office on the second floor. Fart is the second floor. It's locked. Where is it?
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed. I am thrilled.
What can you...
Well, it has always been...
You seem quite optimistic.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test.
Questions remain about...
True.
Do you need help?
Well, yes, maybe.
Do you want me to play the...
Oh, no, Dr. Reed.
I see. Well... Please, could...
I'm a great admirer of your work.
What made you...
I'm not ashamed to admit you...
I'll give you some...
Of course, sir. And...
I based my technique...
I'd rather not talk about it.
As long as you're cautious and methodical.
You're not the first one to warn me.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so...
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the
So you believe it's just a question?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me, Mr.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied.
But why would he hide such...
Because he is a proud father.
This personal involvement could also...
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr.
Do you think keeping his distance...
All I know is that I'm taking care of human...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Fatigue day. Oh, wait a second. So it's not crazy
Good
amount of
evening,
people.
Dr. Strickland.
Oh.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I...
Goodbye, Doctor.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
What can I do for you?
Blundering idiot.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
So many deaths.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed.
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick.
Tell me about you.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm...
I was more curious about what...
I'm a carpenter.
Are you satisfied?
Well...
I won't lie.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed?
In other circumstances, you would be right. Tell me about the doc...
Strickland and Ackroyd.
What do you mean?
I often had professional
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job...
I was working a double.
You can't hold yourself responsible.
Of course I didn't hurt myself.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer.
How are your children?
They were smaller then.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
As for me...
Oh. Okay, it's like... There's 4 different areas. Pillar of the community, okay. Alright, well that's not too bad. So it's now just to get to my second floor.
I'm quite busy right now.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr.
Strickland is playing with his patient's life.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery.
And are you not afraid that your
rivalry? I guess you...
Why do you...
I strongly believe that Mr.
If you are going to lead this...
I'm not the kind of man who runs a...
Thank you for your...
I'm quite busy right...
Thank you for your...
I get up to the second fucking floor?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Good evening. I'm always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly
a colleague.
Not anymore, sir.
What do you mean?
You used know, sir. It is
a pawn.
Yes, sir.
Who comes?
I'm very cautious.
What kind?
With the quarantine, it's
a pawnbroker.
Yes, sir.
Are you afraid?
Why should I?
How did you get...
After I left the army...
An interesting point of view.
Sir, as a medic during...
Have we met?
I don't think so.
When we first talked, you said you were glad...
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here.
Do you work here?
Yes, very easy work, sir.
Why do you have...
Because these poor fellows have no name.
Why closed?
It was for sanitary
Please show.
Of course.
Opium, yay! I don't know what I need yet, so I ain't wasting money on it.
It's locked.
Ooh, locked chest. I want it even more now.
I cannot enter.
One more small little break. Nice little break for the night. Quite good amount of work today. For mats. And I'll go upstairs. Dr. Swansea.
Not now.
Ooh, nice. Glad I came in here. Used hacksaw. Wow. I guess I can level it up. That's a pretty sweet weapon. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and equip that now. Melee weapons. I just think that looks cooler. Sweet, that's the fastest. Another room. Spend your
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Econ. Article. Disadvantage we have in our fight. Wait, was there another? I knew there was something in his chest. Just didn't want to appear right away. Crafting. Medical treatments, serums to boost yourself, and weapon upgrades. And analyze components. Click on it to analyze. Oh, nice.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
This. What do I got? $1,300 XP. No.
I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Yeah, you do. You're gonna get a couple of seconds.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Clean up, lady. Yeah, you got away right there.
Come on, I don't have all night.
It's locked, all right. Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor.
I may have a solution. In France, during...
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, Certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Hey, you come back here.
Yes, Doctor?
Exactly how bad...
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his...
Why then do you always work the nights?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands-on.
Your dedication to the...
We staff get our sleep when we can,
lack of sleep and the medical profession.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke.
Please, could you...
It's the large...
That's all for now, nurse.
Checking out the goods. So, what do I got? I haven't met him, but I can see his little picture there. No blood. Oh. That's good to know. Oh, that's interesting. relax a little bit more. I'm gonna take on these couple of these side quests. Let me do 2 of them, and I'll call it. There's another upstairs, and it's locked, or just not there. I'm gonna go bother this fool in here.
Not now.
What the hell are you doing in there? Stop playing with yourself. Yeah, I guess it both. Okay.
It's locked. It's locked.
Okay. I know. Wait, that is a different nurse.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
Nothing new.
Goodbye, Nurse.
Alright, into the old morgue and into the backyard burn.
Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here to
I'm Dr. Reed.
You guessed right, Doctor.
Let's see.
How is your state?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped.
Can I ask you precisely what?
It's the pain, sir.
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry.
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Why lie about it?
Come on.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life.
Tell me,
I went with a whore.
Did you start the fire?
No.
Why lie about it?
Come on. I don't want...
Tell me what...
I went with a...
Did you...
No.
Oh man, that sucks.
How close are you
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt.
She's quite harmless.
So do you let her bite?
And why not? She's up.
She could decide to bite less.
And it's another good reason for me.
You do realize
in her madness.
How close are you?
To wait.
Aren't you
She's quite...
Where were you?
I really...
No offense.
You were an officer.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.